What's up, y'all? Well, it's another day, and just been reflecting a lot. As always, it seems these circumstances kind of demand such actions, but you know, strangest things happening as my thought processes evolve, and I'm noticing this in myself. So I notice I'm sure other people have noticed it because they've mentioned it to me a few times. But um, you know, has anybody else ever experienced in their life? Not that every major change was bad, but it seems like we as humans kind of remember more of the bad than the good. So I'll speak from my own on my own experience. Okay, well, in general, I'm not saying, but it seems like every time there's a major event or major change in my life, I'm always like, damn, I wish I could, go back to the way it was. And things are so much better. And now things are so fucked up, and now it's like, then there's another change, and then like some strange phenomenon. It's like, man, I wish I could just go back to where it was just that fucked up, and now it's this fucked up. And then it happens again and again and over, but it doesn't seem possible that things were ever that good or that bad. And why is that, you think? It's, I think I kind of equate it to change being bad. I guess, because I guess if you're comfortable with something and you get used to it, that's more good. Maybe, I don't know. You get used to anything, and even some of the things I didn't want to get used to, and I'm not so much getting used to them. And I've called it before. It's just less traumatic. I've been able to come in the house more, and today I actually went out there in the kids' room. Well, they're all kids' rooms, but out there where all the toys and stuff are, and I was able to sit down, and it's coming up on 10 months. I haven't seen my babies, and I'm not tired of fighting by any means, but it's doesn't get any easier, that's for sure. And I've mentioned before, it's just stuff that just seeing kids, working around, customers that have kids, and so not that I don't want to interact with them. I just everyone I see, everyone I look at, and it's like they know, and they want to. They kind of assert themselves on me. They bring themselves into my presence, and it's almost like they're trying to. They're trying to comfort me in a sense, because it's kids have always been kids have always liked me. Everybody's kids. And because I play with them, and I mess with them, but even when it's happened a few times now, when I'm really coming into an environment somewhere where there's children, and it starts out cool, but it's like after a while, it's like I can kind of put up the front for a few, and it don't bother me, but I'm maybe not even thinking about it at first, but then I start thinking about it, and I swear they know. They come up and they look at you, they tap you on the leg, just look at you, and it's like, it happened to Ming's, Ming's daughter, and And then over here at my friend Wayne's house, I'm helping him work, and he's got his son over there, and another one, and it's like they feel it, and it's really mixed emotions, and it's my kids have grown. I mean, they're fucking like a foot taller, and I keep saying I didn't do that. It doesn't matter. I mean, the world's a fucked up place with fucked up people in it, and those fucked up people are making money off of not removing my children from their home and their mother from their home. Making them dependents on their damn programs and for money, and then falsely accusing me of child abuse and child neglect, which in a sense I am guilty of, but what kind of damage are you doing to my children by removing them the way you did? And I'm speaking directly to the DFACS, and I'm speaking directly to the family court, and I'm speaking directly to the women's advocates. Now, clear one thing up, first of all right? I'm not oblivious to the fact that, yes, there are those of you inside of the Department ofs and the women's advocates, and even in the law and the judges, I've seen it, that are trying to change things from the inside. I mean, I commend you. And when I speak of these people that I'm speaking of in DFACS, I'm not speaking of you, okay? When I speak of the women's advocates, when I say cunt, I'm not speaking to you, okay? When I'm speaking to judges and I say cunt, I'm not speaking to you, okay? I'm speaking to the very particular people, or poor excuses of people. And you know what? I'm gonna stop that. And I thought about that earlier. I'm sitting here and denigrating somebody because of their ignorance and their lack of understanding, their lack of emotion. And it kind of occurred to me as well that, not that I've started back on the offensive and attacking Jackie and everything like that, but I was a bit angry. I'm getting a little bit angry, but it's part of the process. But I can't miss the point here. And the point is, okay, everybody that are in their seats doing their jobs here are abusing their privilege, abusing their power, manipulating, and setting a bad example, as far as that I can tell, that I've seen so far. Yes, I understand. Okay, women's advocates. Okay, I understand, and I that women do get abused. Okay, and I do understand that some of them get abused very badly, and that some of them get even worse than that. Okay, and I'm sorry if it happened to you. I'm terribly sorry. And if it makes you feel some kind of way about me, that when I say something, just know that I'm a hard ass, okay? But I'm a good man, and I have a big heart, and I am a kind man. Okay, and that goes for, DFACS, you already know that, okay? Family courts, I know I am what you see on paper. Okay? And what I feel like is I need to hold myself to a higher standard because that's obvious. I'm standing by myself. I'm not standing alone, and I'm taking a different level of accountability for what I've done by making a decision to stop. And what I'm stopping is what you're doing and what you are nourishing. And I'm not going to admonish you. Oh, I'm going to show you. And I'm not going to show you to be spiteful. And I'm going to show you because I feel like you need to see it. And I feel like everybody needs to see it. And I don't know if I'm fully capable of doing it, but we're not going to get anywhere. We have fathers that are fighting for their rights in court, fighting rights in court, and we had, and ultimately we're doing the same fucking thing back. We are, you butted it, and that's what I'm stopping. That's what I mean when I say I'm going to stop that, because when I sit here and I speak to the courts and I speak to the defects and I speak to the advocates in anger, that means I'm lacking understanding. That means I'm lacking the enlightenment that the struggle has afforded me. I can be angry, but I can also be understanding, and I have been, and that's what I am. I'm a very patient man. I always have been, and I'm a good man, and I always have been. And this situation is not going to change that. Now, what it obviously can and has and probably will continue to change is what I look like. And people say, and I am among them, say that I don't care what people think. And it's another sentiment that I'm reevaluating, because obviously I do. If I didn't care what people thought, then I wouldn't be doing this. Honestly, and it's not about people. Okay, I stick true to my word that this is for it's for me, but it's growing. And I feel like instead of wasting anger, and I'm not saying wasting it on my adversaries or my opponents. I'm not wasting it on any other person. I'm wasting in any form when I am filled with anger. Anything done in anger is wasted. And this is what I'm learning. Now, instead of wasting that anger on being resentful towards people that have inadvertently, indirectly, or purposely, or even maliciously even caused me grief, a great amount of grief it may be, but even more so a reason for me to be the one to demonstrate it. I am making a decision to instead how I'm going to fight. I'm still going to fight, and I'm still going to do what's in my heart, but I'm going to focus my energy and my time and my compassion and my experience somewhere where it's needed. And since I can't at the moment understand or comprehend or why I can't see my children, I'm going to seek out others that you have produced like myself, because I've found that not a lot of us are making it through this. And those of you that are mothers that had husbands, that had children, maybe you were understanding, maybe you were the victim, maybe you were the perpetrator, maybe you made a mistake, maybe you were, who knows? But, and this is where I'm speaking to women, namely, is where's your compassion? I was raised by women. I was raised by good women, and they didn't act like this. They didn't condone this kind of stuff. As a woman is supposed to be compassionate. You know, everybody's supposed to be compassionate, but you know, men are masculine and tough, and women, man, that's something's not right here. And I'm turning that towards the father side as well. And what I mean by this is, as men going through this, is it's indescribable, and it's painful, and whatever it is that we did that allowed you to do or allow to happen what is happening to us it is what it is. The world is a cold, cruel place. And I think part of what hurts the most is, we didn't expect it. I can't speak for everybody, like I said. And it hurts the worst coming from there. And so, of course, the first thing we do, we get attacked, we attack back, bah, 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 bah. You know, some men handle it better than others. Some are more humble. Some are more patient. You know, and those guys need to come forward as well. And there's a recipe there, but we're not going to get anywhere. You know, if we go in here fighting, we got to fight for fathers' rights, but we're still fighting, and we're suffering. But kids need fathers. Kids need mothers. And I'm going to speak here to the human beings, okay? And all of you. You all have really shitty jobs, or really hard jobs, I get it. But it is a job. And, going through this, I have discovered that the more I'm evolving, and the more I'm learning, and the more I'm seeing things, that even I feel like it's my responsibility to seek out my fellow human. It's not just men. It's father's issues, but this is across the board with each other, with everybody. And coming from me, that should mean something. I've never been cold. I've never been this. I've put it off as what I am in a meeting, but you people have to understand what you're doing. I know what you're doing, okay? I know that you know what you're doing, and I know what some of you think you're doing. And it is, you're maybe not to blame. You're feeling a need for a demand, but you have choices. And one of his defects employees told me once that it's a different kind of job, and that may be the case, but you're still a human, and you're hurting people. You're hurting people badly. I know you're not setting out to destroy families. I understand this, and I know you help people. You help children, you help all this other stuff, but is it worth destroying a family? Why can't it not be done case by case? Okay? Why do women automatically feel the need? You're acting just like we're acting. We're acting just like they're acting. It's fucking stupid. Where the hell is the understanding, okay? The court system, you gotta swear on the Bible under God. Well, where's God? Okay? In DFACS, they have these rules and guidelines, and that they do not follow. blatantly hiding behind the juvenile justice system, the family courts, hidden behind a veil of secrecy. The women's advocates, man, I mean, it's not. I get it. It is the women's time. It is. Bravo, good for you. I'm not a misogynist. I'm not a freaking. I don't like anybody. Okay. I mean, I dig women, but I feel like a lot of you have become so detached from the damn rest of the human race because of your positions and who you are. I don't see how you could call yourself an authority on what is this and what is that. I mean, the Defects Employees Day after nobody, and I commend, in a sense, I will commend, first and foremost, women's advocates for their audacity, okay? And you know it. You know what you're doing. You're part of it. The ones that aren't, the ones that are genuine, and I know there are those that are genuine. I didn't. I did what I did, but I'm done paying for it, and she's done much fucking worse to me. Defects. I'm gonna save you for last. The judges, all right. At least one person is usually glad when it's over with. Okay, you gotta basically a winner or loser, roughly. So somebody walks away happy, or less upset. So you got a pretty shitty job too. You got to make decisions to make, and I get that. I can see why you'd be calloused and stone faced and just whatever. But you're still a person, and now defects. And you know that I have empathized with your position many times. I was very respectful. I even told you I respected you as an adversary and this and that, and even if it meant that you were going to cause me great, if you stuck by the book. And that's the thing. There is no book, but nobody is happy when you come into their lives. Nobody or really happy when you leave it. So I get what you said when you said that's a different kind of job. What does that do to you as a person? And it's across the board. It's not just here. It's everywhere. That's a problem. And what you don't understand is you're creating a huge and dangerous situation, because not all fathers are gonna buckle. I mean, they're gonna buckle. I can't imagine somebody that could go through this and not be changed by it and not be angry and not be this and that, because and your tactics and all this other. The game is to win, okay? The game, I know what the game is. Y'all are good at it. People are good at other things too. And I'm gonna do what's in my heart, and that's all there is to it. I might still scream and yell and get pissed and da-da-da. It's called conviction. It's called passion. Okay? You can paint it however you want it. You already got your mental stuff. You already got your, now I'm an aggravated stalker, da-da-da-da-da, over and over and over again. It doesn't change anything. I'm not going to kill myself. Sorry. And, I am going to pursue certain aspects of, things, but not to expose this and expose that. You don't need exposed. You're already exposed. All of you are exposed. Okay, I don't know, but I really don't want to end up shot in my head, or come up missing like that, or committed suicide like that. So And plus, I think sometimes ignorance is bliss. Because, I mean, after all, you are the legal justice system, right? And, think about that. Because I just came through, I'm still going through something that is very profound, and something that is going to be a driving force, a new driving force, and I'm going to have to work on it. But I'm still not sitting down, still not shutting up, and I'm going to control my anger, and just remember when your time comes, and it will, not by me, just it will, and that there's somebody out here that doesn't wish you harm. That there's that I would genuinely wish you well, because even you people don't deserve to feel the desolation and the hopelessness and the emptiness. And something tells me you already do. I'm sorry for that, for you. But you gotta stop spreading it. Just like, we as men, it's time for us to put our foot down and not take it, but understand it. Fight with love. And you can't fight with love. And I've said some things, and I meant them, but I apologize to the women's advocates that I may have offended with my insensitive statements. Those went a bit far, and defects. I will, employees and stuff like that. I understand that you are doing. There are those among you that feel like you were doing and making a difference, and some of you that are. And I will apologize as well to the defects employees that I have shown my aggression or my anger towards you derogatorily or some, unprofessionally. I still don't like you. And I will even apologize to the judge that I called a cunt. It was that's not what a man should do. Wasn't in control of my emotions fully. I'm learning, and I genuinely mean I do apologize, and I apologize on behalf of myself, and I apologize for myself for my behavior, because it doesn't reflect a change in me and a lesson learned from my mistake that I made to begin with, which was failing to provide or demonstrate a better way. And I feel like maybe a better way is to demonstrate that I can overcome in anybody, any father, any mother, any defects employee, any women's advocate, any judge can transcend their own station, or be understanding of the opposition, and just if everybody's a little bit more understanding of each other's position, I mean, that's just that's a given. I know there's people on both sides probably they're looking at me like I'm fucking nuts, and maybe I am. but it's always the crazy shit that works. And you know, I know there's more than DFACS employees, and I know there's more than women's advocates, and I know there's more than judges watching this, and you know, and there's more people that I owe apologies to as well. But you know, Jackie, I will apologize. You know, I've apologized for all the things I've done, all this other stuff, but I want to apologize for one thing in particular, and I can't do it on here. And I said something, and I didn't mean it, and it's just that whole situation still hurts, and it hurts for many different reasons, and I don't understand it. You know, and that's one thing that, you know, I want to kind of implore anyone watching this to just understand. I mean, what you're forcing people into, and the damage that it's causing is it's unnecessary. It was cruel, and you know, in the system, I don't know where the system where it starts at, but whoever's on the top dictating this stuff, fuck you. You deserve all of the everything that I just apologized for to all those people. I put on you tenfold. Whoever is responsible, because somebody is creating the need for these people, or the necessity, or for these people to feel the need to be heartless and to be calloused, in spite of contrary evidence of things, you know, and refusing, you know, to help a situation instead of exacerbate it. And whatever the demand, whoever lays that demand down on these people is to blame. The people that are carrying it out, yeah, it's your job, you know, and you have your own demons, I'm sure. But anyway, that's as much of an apology as you're ever gonna get out of me. I just had a calm moment. I had a calm moment of realization.